Hi guys, welcome to my videos. So today in this video I'm going to show you how you can apply for a Canadian study permit under student direct stream. Before I proceed further, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe because I regularly upload videos, and if you have any concern, any question, anything that comes in your mind, feel absolutely free to ask. Alright guys, so let's proceed. So guys, I have already uploaded a video where I have defined what the process is, so I'm not going to go into the process details. Instead, I am going to show you the application part. So for that, if you want to watch, I'm going to include the link in the description, so click on that and find out the eligibility, documentation and other considerations applicable for this process. So you know that this needs to be applied online, so I've logged in into my MYCIC account and we are going to click apply to come to Canada. It's going to ask for a personal reference code, but we are yet to go through the wizard, so we don't have it. So click here, visa, study or work permit. What would you like to do Canada? You are gonna do study. How long are you planning to stay in Canada? Let's say more than 6 months. Select the code that matches one of your passport. So you know that there are restrictions based on nationalities, those who can apply under this stream. So India is applicable, so that's why I selected India. So for the purpose of video, consider a case. There is a person named John Smith. He is unmarried and he is in India and he wants to apply under this stream. So let's go through that. What's your current country and territory? He is in India. Do you have a family member who is Canadian citizen? Let's say no. Whatever is applicable here. Okay, so now they need a date of birth for this guy. So let me give him a date of birth as how about 1996? How about 1996? Yeah, 1996. Okay. Month, let's say was born in August 1st. Next. Are you a lawful permanent resident of US? No, I mean he doesn't have anything to do with the states. Have you been accepted to a designated learning institution? Let's say yes. Have you visited or lived in any of the designated country for 6 consecutive months in the last year? So let's say yes. Next. Have you had a medical exam performed by an IRCC authorized panel physician? Let's say yes, because this is upfront medical because he is going for STS. Do you have a GIC of at least 10,000? Yes. Did you pay? Let's say he has paid. Have you taken language test? Yes. IELTS a 6 and above? Yes. He has got good score. He is never married. He is going into Ontario. So you can see that after filling this wizard, he got this study permit through the student direct stream, SDS. Now click on continue. Do you have valid work permit, study permit? No, this is his first application. Are you an exchange student? Let's say no. Is work in essential part? No. Are you spouse? Common? No. Development? No. Whatever is applicable in your case, just fill according to that. Are you accompanying a family member that has a status in Canada? No. Have you ever committed, been arrested? Let's say no criminal history. Do you want to submit an application family member? Let's say no, he is coming alone. Are you giving someone access to your application? Let's say no, he wants to do all on his own. In past 10 years, have you given fingerprint and photo? Let's say no, he hasn't done that. There are fees associated. Will you be paying fee? He has to pay the fee. He is not the fee exempt. Are you able to make digital copy? Yes, he can. Will you paying your application fees online? Yes, he needs to. So you can see the answers to your questions. If you want to modify anything, you have the option to modify. Otherwise, click on continue. This describes the steps, and now you're in the final document checklist section. This section is very important because here you can see everything that you need to fill up. and you can even see the total fee associated here as well. Alright guys, so for the purpose of this video, let's proceed. So I've already uploaded a video about how to fill this form IMM 1294. So I'm going to include the link in the description. You can follow that to fill this up. I already have a sample pre-filled form that I'm going to upload here. So the next in the process is recent education transcript. Click on here. If you're applying for postgraduate work permit, you must provide a final transcript from your school that confirms the size. If you're applying for a visa to return to Canada and you have a valid work permit, you must submit recent. Your transcript must be on your school official letter headed and printed from your school website and should include information like, okay, so this you can get from your institutions that you have attended previously. So I'm just uploading a sample file here, but you need to upload the actual file. Okay, so I uploaded a sample file. Proof of GIC, yeah, this is required, and at least 10,000 Canadian from a participating Canadian financial institution. So this you can get from the other video and also from the site. So I'm gonna upload a sample file. Proof of tuition payment. First tuition must already be paid. To show proof, you must obtain something like tuition receipt, a receipt from your bank that shows your funds have been transferred to the school you are attending. So again, I'm gonna upload a sample document. Proof of IELTS language test. Of course, this is required. So the more you score, better it is. That's what I feel. Of course, you need to meet the minimum criteria, but I suggest everyone that try to score as high as you can. That's really good. Passport. So for passport, you must provide a copy of the page that shows your origin. Any pages with stamp, visas and markings. So this is very important. Next is letter of acceptance. This is also very important from a designated learning institution, and it should carry the information. You can see they have asked tuition fee, anticipated starting finishing date by which you need to register. So again, I'm going to upload a sample file. Proof of a upfront medical examination. This is required for STS. So this you get from your like when you go for a registered doctor or a panel physician, they give you this form after you are done, a receipt or printout sheet. So I'm gonna again upload a sample doc. Digital photo, there are standards. So again, I'm gonna upload a sample file. For family information form 5645, I have already uploaded a video where you can go and check how to fill this up. I'm going to include the link in the description so that you can watch that as well. Okay guys, so I have filled all the mandatory documents. There are 2 optional documents that you are not mandatorily required to fill, but I always suggest you do, especially this client information. So what you need to write, like consider this client information as a kind of your checklist or something that you send as a note to a visa officer. Like whoever reads it should understand your case, your application, what you are actually trying for. So for example, write that I'm applying for this. This is these are the documents I have uploaded. These are the things these documents prove. If there's anything that you want to say, you have the proper option to say it. So if and make it understand to a neutral person. I mean, if you are writing a letter, you know your case, you know what you are, you know what you are going to do. But if I read this letter, this should give me the clear indication that is exactly going on in your mind. So I should be clear once I read it. So make it in that way very clear. Specify what you are, what you want to do, what documents you have attached, what are the pieces of information included in these documents. And based on my suggestion, my experience, I always say people that at the end always write this, that if you want any other document, if you have any other document or clarification, please do not hesitate to contact me. Like this is a good line that you can always include. And for this 5257, I have already uploaded a video, so I'm going to include the link and you can fill that also. It's always good to provide this information so that they have the data. All right, so now once you are done with this, next is to click on next, it's gonna show you whatever you have submitted till now, and here you actually digitally sign. You select I agree, put first name, last name, and the security question, and here you sign it, and in the next page you pay the fee. So that stage I'm not gonna do because this is just a sample video, but when you do it for your actual application you got to do that, and you'll be paying this. So I hope you like this video. Make sure to give it a like and comment, and if you have any concern, any question, anything that comes in your mind, feel absolutely free to ask. Thank you guys.